Bit of flex in the drafting for Coach Chico.
I mean, Wijanarko performed brilliantly in Game 2, right, on this Grog. Again, being to be able to be the main facilitator for his team. So perhaps he looks for that replication success. Let's see. Response, Bigatron, carry can be the option, or Melissa perhaps.
Brody or Moskov. I think those are the two picks that I'm thinking of here up against the Claude, right? The carry can work. We've seen it work, but up against the Fredrin and even the Grok, carry is super vulnerable, right? So the Brody, a bit more self-dependent in lane, a good lane that's a winning lane as well. Or the Brody, go for the Melissa instead. Again, they're banking on the fact that the Melissa will win here. Up against the Claude, it's a more of a skill matchup rather than just a full bully. But we'll see how this works out for Bigatron this time after Game 2.
Wow, Rebellion though, now having the experience from game number 2, they will certainly want some tools available, because for the longest time, Saken was untouchable and they barely edged out the victory there in that last stage of the game. Now, Bigatron has the chance to ban out the Yuzong and ban out perhaps one more assassin to try and mitigate the dangers that can be used against them on the Melissa when there's a ban on the Diggy here, so it might just force Bigatron into an Atlas ban.
They don't need to. They can first pick in the second phase here. This Diggy ban might actually be bad for Rebellion Zion. Maybe they're hinting at the fact that they can pick the Akai in the jungle and then move Fredrin into XP.
Interesting. Might be mind games at play.
Still, wow.
Yeah, I guess it's... I don't think Bigatron wants to play him the Atlas here, sure. It makes sense, but yeah, with the ban, I feel like Aldo is not convinced, or Atlas is just not prio up till now.
Might be a bit too all in, right? We've seen these fights be so sporadic and so back and forth. Maybe a hero that just relies so much on the ultimate might not be the best thing, right? The Kufra can still go with the Tyrant's Revenge if the
Franco
ultimate
ban?
isn't available, but Atlas cannot. You can't say the same thing about an Atlas, so maybe that is what they're looking for. Maybe something like a Tro?
I think Franco.
Yeah, Franco, there you go. Ban towards Focus Lee, mainly towards Ski here. The Roamer, it seems like 3 heroes for the Roamer position has been opted out. Bigatron with the first pick, looking at their comp, right? They have the DPS, physical DPS, they have the burst. What should they go for? They could add more peel. Honestly, a hero
Lolita?
could.
Lolita, yeah.
Why not take away Wijanarko's Ruby? Would that work?
Ruby.
I don't think I mean, it can work against the Claude and the Fredrin, technically. Yeah, it can work here if they really want lockdown, right? They can respect it with the Ruby, but I think the Lolita just suits Key a bit better. And there you go, that's the Lolita pick. Still sitting at a 100% win rate for Key, okay? So Rebellion now have the chance to respond to the Farsa. Lunox, I honestly feel like this composition is really good for the Lunox. You can burst the Melissa down despite him having the go away as well.
Depends on the Lolita though, right? Lolita can block down those Chaos Balls. But a fun fact here for Vincent. Vincent is a Rebellion lineup who previously played with in the NBL with the IGN Walrus.
He played it before, and well, I want to touch on Lolita here. Very vulnerable against Ruby, can be cancelled out. Remember, with the skill 2, second skill that Ruby has, or even the third skill, his Lunar Blast, technically can be cancelled away. So let's see, Yuzong, well, not Yuzong, Yuzong and as well as Ruby might work, but no, another Arlet will fall here. Picked up 2 times, 0% win rate. Will we see that win rate elevated?
Wow, that's a very bold pick, I feel like, because there's less synergy. There is still a Fredrin and a Grok, but overall, right, there's not a lot of things to try and, you know, bank off. So maybe we'll have to see again how all this played in, because Cars on the Yuzong, he was a lot more sustainable. He can stay in the front for longer. But Bigatron, now with this Fanny, dude, this is dangerous. They don't have a lot of counters here.
I thought the Grok can be flexed towards the XP, but no, they do not pick up the Ruby. Fanny will be picked up. Not a good lineup here, I gotta say, for Rebellion.
Honestly, I just don't like the Arlet. Everything else I really like. The Fanny is going to be very scary because there's no real lockdown, right?
Fredrin Taunt is, I guess, the best they have.
Can't catch it with cables. I mean, you gotta be really lucky or really good at predicting because the taunt, it's not reliable at all. They don't have a real single target lockdown here. No Cho, no Franco, no Kaja. The Lunox is the only real way to kind of counter this, like we saw in game number 1, with him just bursting the Fanny down.
Let's see here the conclusion of the battle between the Blue Bulls and the Red Robots. Land of Dawn, here we go. Who will grab it, ladies and gentlemen? Show your support, comment, and spam in the chat. Who will take this game?
As Rebellion learned from the first game here, they need to get Super Ken under control. They cannot let him snowball the same way. We've seen that play out. They were able to try and recover from the situation, but that is the last thing they want to try and gamble on, especially now with the Farsight and the Lolita. There's a lot more solutions from the side of Bigatron and how they want to deal with the composition and the projectiles flying around from Rebellion Zion.
This is a smart way to take it, right? Grab the winning lane in your lane and get it snowballing. Just like you guys can grab the discount code here, 90% off your order with grb.to/MPL. Super Ken already playing it a bit aggressively, jumping onto the Lethal Wanderer and securing it for his team. Unless the Grok has something to say about it, nope. Just going to be an easy secure from Super Ken.
Well, it seems like here, Janarko will again, emblem-wise, nothing out of the ordinary here. Janarko will have to pull yourself together. Key will have the tenacity here. Very, very popular in this current patch where tanks usually build opted for that tenacity, for that extra physical defense and magical when HP is below 40%. So clearly, they want more team fights. They want more extra security.
Well, Key with the Lolita has the extra burst coming in from the bulwark. When Asuelo gets jumped on, it is over. First blood picked up by Moreno yet again.
2 games on the Fanny. He just really hates Suelo. Moreno too, man, with that comment earlier as well. No Saka in the 1v1. I don't think Heinz wins this, but in terms of gold, he does. He gets a whole lot more value with those kind of trades.
Well, let's see here now again, already Turtle being filled in that vicinity by members of both Rebellion and as well as Bigatron Alpha, but it seems like that Fanny will rotate towards the orange buffer, so letting the first neutral objective go.
Veer once again going for it, but Vincent will be able to secure it. Now Veer stunned up, chained down. Cars picks up the kill. Rebellion Zion back with the gold lead.
That's a very bold move coming from Veer, going in 1v4 without any real follow-up. Attempting a steal, perhaps. I'm not sure what was the idea there. But with the gold lead now in the hands of Rebellion, this is what they want to do, right? Keep the game a bit slow and make sure that the roam score from Bigatron won't be an issue. But with the ultimates available right here, they need to be more careful than ever and just prep for a big team fight because they're going to need to try and shut down Super Ken here. This will make or break the tempo of the game.
The purple is buff setup here, Miracle.
Okay, Vincent with their praises, Brad dealing a whole lot of damage. Super Ken forced back away. Regionarco did not have the wild charge, but Key is going to be locked down here. The recalls come in. Key, in desperation, looks for a stun. They're trying to give it over to Heinz, and they will be able to. Look at Narco falling all the way under the tier 2, chasing him down, not letting him recall.
I gotta say, good setup, but a better response from side of Rebellion Zion. The setup was Lolita and Moreno in that purple buff, right? But Super Ken came a little bit late, and just the response from side of Rebellion Zion was just immaculate. Now, it's a reset, 40 seconds on towards the next turtle. It seems like Bigatron Alpha slightly behind here, Rashi.
That's a lot of cables coming out in the XP lane, though. Veer gets jumped on yet again. He will flicker out, and now the counter.
Wow, just the feather airstrike here. Nope casualties at this point, right? Bot side. But now, looking at the rotations here, Mirko, what do you see that stood up?
Well, honestly, what stands out right now is the fact that Bigatron Alpha aren't playing around the Melissa, right? Again, this is a winning lane. This is the only winning lane that they kind of have here. Arlet versus Lapu. So far, we've seen the Arlet do a bit better in the trades. So Bigatron just not utilizing this Melissa poke and Melissa killing pressure in that lane. The Fanny's been rotating towards enemy jungle as well. Pretty interesting moves by BTR, but Rebellion, I think they're happy with it. They can always just punish them.
See here, Alpha, they're just a bit more reluctant to try and get into fights right here, especially Super Ken, because can see how much burst damage was available to Vincent when he was trying to go for the purple buff. He will go for a trade right here. So Rebellion Zion having some tempo in the early game, already a huge improvement from how they were doing in game number 1.
Very good compensation here, very good trade, right? Super Ken taking the orange buff, but losing out that turtle. Let's see here with that orange buff, what can he create? But take a look at the top side here. What will happen? It seems like Bigatron, they are still holding their ground here, realizing that no enemies are showing the map. They are just playing this under the turret.
Both teams kind of also to dive. What will happen in the XP lane for Cars?
Good displacement there with the ultimate. Veer not able to connect on the stun. Meanwhile, top side, you can already see the response from the side of Rebellion Zion. The Sunken tries to poke them down. Key left all alone, isolated, will fall. Flickers out. Interesting move by Key, but will still be caught. Now Super Ken has rotated up top. Gonna go for some damage right now as he is gonna be able to find a cutthroat to take Legion Narco down. Turret still falling though. It's a trade from Bigatron Alpha. Bottom lane tier 1 for top lane tier 1. High jumping back in. Vincent with the cut. Sunken taunted down, taken out. Super Ken with a play, but will be caught. And he will fall as well. These calls not working out for Bigatron Alpha. Veer, interesting move here. Jumping in, gonna get cancelled out. Flickering back to safety. His cars are gonna be stunned up now. Taken down with the Bravest Fighter, but will be able to flicker out just in time. Now it's a damage card with the outplay and the Appraiser's Wrath by Vincent.
What is going on? The Blue Bulls now in game 3. They are just outstanding. Bigatron Alpha getting outplayed. Whoa, Super Ken though will get the kill in the mid side, but still overall Rebellion Zion still dictating the game.
Wow, this man isn't snowballing and he's still able to just completely one-shot Swalo. So it really does seem personal, but you can see that the response from Rebellion Zion is so much better now. Having a Grok at the walls to disrupt the cables, and of course having the farm, but look at the XP lane.
Car still able to escape for a bit right now, able to outplay for a bit, but the Numenon Blast stuns him up for Super Ken to pick up the kill. Now Saken finishing up the DHS. They're going back. It's still not a bad like. What happened there? Vincent able to steal it, but Moreno is caught. Hello. Heis picks up the kill off camera, but Super Ken gets another. It's a good trade in, but I didn't see it.
Wow, that's a mistake. That's a huge mistake here, right? That's almost a shutdown kill, and on towards Super Ken. So again, that was the equalizer from the side of Bigatron Alpha.
The gold lead is still in Rebellion. Wow, deja vu, guys. Today does not change. I believe, man, at this point, I feel like, honestly, Bigatron's graph is a bit more dangerous, but I think in the right circumstances, Rebellion Zion has moments, windows in the game where he can actually succeed, but Super Ken now getting pushed away.
Very good engage, I guess, but now with the concealed play, let's see.
Key gonna be locked down here, is able to dash out. Legion Arco with a flicker there, gonna be able to catch Key, but that is the Guardian's Bulwark, dealing a lot of damage, soaking a lot of damage, baiting the entire team in. Legion Arco's down, the stun not connecting from Veer, no cure. Unfortunately, no more commitments. Key is in the bush, do not blast, charged in! Key! El Momento, what a move to take Heis down once again.
Flickering backwards to secure the stun, and just the outplay. Their Heis gets taken down twice. Item-wise, what do you see?
Well, you can see that the gold laners are equal right now in gold. The core items, the Demon Hunter Sword and the Golden Staff has been purchased by Heis, but he seems like a bit too overeager to actually take control of the game, and it's costing him, man. He needs to play a bit safer because Bigatron Alpha, they're not that far behind. They are definitely still in this game. They're not done just yet, so he needs to respect the damage potential.
They're really not, right? I mean, First Lord will spawn and has spawned technically. With this gold lead, it's an even game. So let's see here. Bigatron Alpha has equalized. Moreno now with the setup with the wings buying wings. What can they achieve with the setup? Let's see.
It depends if Moreno can actually get picked off. Vincent already spots him away, but Bigatron Alpha has control here. They do have the range and the burst damage to make things happen, but oh, Super Ken flies away, and it seems like Rebellion Zion, they might be trying to set a trap or maybe trying to bait them into a fight without Super Ken. one of their main weapons in this early stage of the game.
And they're trying to catch Super Ken now. He's using the steel cables, but might be caught with Vision Arco. That's the engage. Look! Cars finds the kill. Vincent is going to be able to secure the Lord. And it's a disaster for Bigatron Alpha. Hai's now collapsing on the key, who's going to be left all alone. That's a double for Cars. What an amazing setup from Rebellion Zion. Again, catching Super Ken in his own rotation.
We bullet Arlet, and it seems like Cars on this Arlet just proved us wrong. Now they're looking for another engage here perhaps, but no, mid-turret first will be the first target. Bigatron still on the defense.
Cars, oh what a play by Cars. Just smacking Moreno into place for Swalo to pick up with a flicker. Bigatron Alpha now 5,000 gold behind. It's Rebellion who has all the say in the game.
Now that they have an advantage though, they have to take it slow. They have to ensure that now that they have a Lord, they use all the waves to its maximum potential. They have the early game, and honestly, the crowd control coming in from the Arlet is it comes up pretty quick, so it's something that you don't really expect, but that is also unexpected. That's a long charge!
That's the combo! It's a wombo as well! Key! With him now, Blast will not be able to find it. He gets walled! Now the Feather Airstrike comes down. Vincent gonna be stunned under the tier, the base turret, but he will not fall. What a brilliant set of plays by Rebellion Zion. Super Ken needs to escape here. Doesn't have the purple buff. Can't say much in the skirmish. 6,000 gold lead for Rebellion Zion. Vincent jumping in with a taunt. Fear no cure! Almost fade away kill. That's Swalo picks it up. Fear is 0-3-0 in game number 3.
What is going on? The Blue Bulls, Arashi, they are just unstoppable at this point. And Saken now, even though finally got his golden staff, we'll see. Will it have an impact here in this game? Cars, 4-1-3 and Ken. Oh my goodness. Ooh. No energy though. Oh, still enough time, perhaps. Fredrin and Lunox on the manhunt.
Oh my god, hold your breath. Oh, Super Ken gets canceled out.
Fadeaway.
It's a fadeaway for Swalo.
My goodness, what a game. The Blue Bulls now still in the lead, 8,000 gold lead. And what can Bigatron Alpha do at this point, Arashi?
They have to bank everything on Moreno and Saken and play this defensively. They need to also be aware of the flicker timings on Rebellion Zion unless they want to get engaged on yet again.
For the airstrike, Vision Arco has the wild charge, but will not use it just yet. Fear with the bravest fighter now down below, gets the stun down only onto Vincent. Saken following through with it. Key with the Numenon Blast now jumping in, gonna be able to get the stun onto 2 members, but they need to be careful. It's Vision Arco still with the wild charge. Now Bigatron Alpha resetting once again. They're able to defend, and at this point, they gotta be happy with it.
Oh my god, are we going to witness another reverse sweep against Bigatron Alpha? Things are looking bleak here for their side. With the Lord up here, Arashi, if and only if Rebellion gets the Lord, can Bigatron Alpha defend?
Can they defend? I mean, Moreno, look at his items. He only has the Lightning Truncheon. That's not really enough against a team that's so ahead that can just dive towards him. And if they want to rely on Saken, he has damage, but he is so vulnerable. No defensive items available, as Swalo has a Holy Crystal. Every single member of Rebellion Zion can completely burst him down. They take the Lord without any trade. The top turret, I guess, is taken by Super Ken, but he is struggling in this game, man. So many counters, all the crowd controls, and Ouija with the walls. Rebellion Zion has found a way to counter this Fanny for sure.
I don't mean to be harsh here, but Virno Cure, Virno win. Is it gonna be true? Oh my god, let's see here. The offense and defense by both teams. Topside though has been relieved by Ken.
Magic Sentry, Vision Arco with the conceal once again, forcing Saken to back away. The barrier has been placed as well to zone Saken away from the team. Fear with the Bravest Spider once again. Super Ken low. Vision Arco with a flicker wild charge onto Moreno. We're still going to be able to escape as a Numenon Blast. Connects onto the members. This might be it. That's a team fight coming in. Saken to be able to free hit in the back line. Fear no cure jumping back in. Vincent's taking low. Vision Arco with the barrier. Cars with some damage. The answer is yes, Bigatron can defend. Wow.
Wow, 2 members taken down. That's a huge blunder by their side. And now Bigatron Alpha looking to find more plays outside of the base.
Wow, what was that? Out of all the members possible, despite the positioning from Rebellion Zion, they lost the mid lane and the gold lane. So 2 of the most important members gets taken out. Bigatron Alpha, that's a huge moment, and that will put them better in the game, but look at the instant replay right here.
Overcommitting.
All starts with the Lord. Rija goes for this engage onto Moreno, and everyone just follows up a bit too late, and that Luminant Blast really shuts
That's
down
done,
Highs in the situation, and Sway Low just got a bit too overzealous. Like I said, they need to respect the potential from your opponents right here.
Oh.
Bit of nature.
It's been baited out technically here. It's going to be down for a while, but will Bigatron Alpha be able to find that opening with that timing?
Let's see here. Item-wise, okay. No Immortals yet. Perhaps on cooldown here for multiple members, but yeah, quite standard if not.
Right, it's a tank built art as well, so not as much damage. But you can see that if Ouija makes a big play, Cars can very easily follow it up, and that is way more than enough time for Swaylo and Highs to decimate the whole roster of Bigatron Alpha. So they need to be very careful right here. What they did earlier was great, right? Put Key in the back line instead, so they can counter-engage and threaten away the dive using the Luminant Blast. But here's the thing, it only works when you're in your base. So until that moment comes back again, Rebellion and Zion are the ones dictating the kind of team fights they're gonna have.
Okay, another reset here. Ouija opening up map here. Providing vision, Super can move on towards the Janargo, but overall, it's just still Rebellion. Zion leading the map control. Top side though will be the target by Supercan. No commitments just yet though. So it's just another reset for the Lord dance. But I feel like Bigatron Alpha can gamble this Lord. Wait, should they?
Honestly, looking at it, they just have no say in it. Okay, they're going to force it. Veer with the Bravest Fighter. Key with the Luminant Blast here. Going to be cancelled out, and Key is isolated from the team. This could be disaster, but Rebellion do not want to force it. They want to utilize the lead that they just got with the Enhanced Lord. Now, with the Enhanced Lord, maybe for the Evolved Lord, they need to fight it, right? But with the Enhanced, honestly, I think they can give it away. They can still give it up and defend like they did earlier.
I thought that with Key being so out of position, they're gonna pursue that a bit more. But I just mentioned that they have to respect the potential for Bigatron Alpha to come back. Cars though goes in.
Whoa! What a kill!
The
solo kill? Arlet! Doubt Arlet and Cars will prevail here. Carlet!
The caster curse strikes again.
5v4 defense here. 5v4 defense. Can they do it?
Veer, what? He just popped the Bravest Fighter. Goes for the stun. Gats! Oh my god, Swaylo is down! That was it. Now Region Narco moving forward. That's Socket who gets caught in the wild card. Still has one nature, buying a little more time. High's gonna be taken down. Minion wave crashing in. Rebellion with a reverse sweep. The Rebels have done it.
The Blue Bulls is angry. Is now charging, and the red robots have no say. Game 3. Wow! Finally, Arlets with the first win in this season, in today. 3 times being picked up, twice 0, but now it seems like with Cars, they can.